So I mentioned previously that we split the data storage into two tables in the database, and the reason for this is as follows, and I'll use a simple example to illustrate. So you might have sales reps that are updating a status about a customer's attitude towards a promotion, for example, and this comment might evolve over time. They might be updating this every couple of days, so there may be no need to see any of the historical comments. So what we can do is each time a write back is performed, we can simply point the partial reload at the data table, and we can ignore the history if we want. So this would keep the load time very quick and fast. In another scenario, we might be using the writeback extension to manage a negotiation process. And so it may be very useful to monitor that history. So every time we do a partial reload, we might want to actually see all of the history as well as the latest edit so that we can see that trend and see the full historical flow. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back across and show how within the application here, I can actually pick a transaction and we can actually see all of the editing history related to that transaction. So from the history table in the SQL database here for this particular transaction, we're recording a timestamp here of when the edits were made, and I can see the Qlik user here over on the right, and we can actually see all of the edits that were made across the full history of this particular transaction. And then we can go and put this in a chart as well. So if this was a negotiation process, here we're looking at, well, based on all these proposed discounts, how did this impact the net value of the transaction? We can sort of monitor this over time.